The premise for this record, titled Just Left of Center, really came about in terms of picking the material as well as really re-examining my own concept of where I stood in terms of artistic creation. One of the things that I noticed about picking the material was by the time I adjusted material, added material, took material out, I noticed that there were no standards in terms of the jazz canon, where my previous recording, Don't Sleep on Your Dreams, was made up largely of standards. And it was a very traditional acoustic jazz trio recording. On this recording, I took a few more steps to the side in terms of going back and picking, a mainstay of the 70s rock era. I also picked a few tunes that were written by well-known jazz musicians but not played very often. That had a lot to do with my concept of being just left of center. Many people think it's the fact that if you've ever seen me perform live, that I am a left-handed jazz drummer who plays the opposite of most people that you would see. Most people thought that was the concept of the record, and it's not. It's really about stepping off to the side, not a radical departure from what I normally do, but just a side step to offer maybe a different angle, a different direction in some of the music that's being offered here. I want to tell you a little bit about the musicians who joined me on this recording. I am so pleased that they took the time and juggled schedules, and made the commitment to help me put this music together. Steve Varner, I actually met on a young trumpeters engagement. We met about a year ago, and I was so taken by this deep, cavernous sound that I knew that if I was going to make another recording, I would definitely want to get Steve on it. So I'm really happy that he's kind of like my partner in all things rhythm section, really providing a groove, holding it down, adding some great things to this recording. Mike Mullen is a saxophone player, also from New Jersey. Another person, he walked onto the bandstand and we hadn't met. And when he started playing, I was just, I went home and said, wow, you need to hear this guy. He works a lot in the area. He is just got a lot of really unique creative ideas. Great tone, great sensibility in terms of how to interpret things. You're going to enjoy his playing a lot. Bob Himmelberger was actually on my prior release, Don't Sleep on Your Dreams. He's a great piano player, great teacher, knows a lot about jazz, about pop music, about harmony. He's really kind of like a go-to guy in the area, and you're really going to like his playing if you have not heard from him already.
In the last few years or two, through another person's band, I had the pleasure of meeting with Bruce. Bruce was somebody that always had a smile on his face, and he played like he always had a smile on his face, always wanted to make the band better, and he always did, whether he meant to or not. In a couple of most recent projects I played with him through other groups and such and players, he had said, hey, I'm doing this project, and it'd be nice if you can be part of it. And I've heard a lot of people in the past say like they want to do this, they want to do that, and they talk a big game. And Bruce, in the last couple of months, has really just stepped it up with the drive, the passion, the communication. He's just been really through the roof with it. it's that drummer with a smile on his face, that energy and that passion that's what you want to hear when you listen to music. And lately we had a rehearsal or two, meeting with a couple of the guys, with Bob and Steve, and it's amazing on how he can put such great musicians together, and in a matter of a week and a half we can get these ridiculous charts together and produce a magical project such as this.
So for me, it's this whole recording has been a collection of old and new friends, not only in terms of music, but in terms of my environment as well. I'm really excited about this coming out, and I hope you enjoy the project.
Can you count? Is there some reason you're not counting?